This is my Sith Triumvirate Raid team. Works every time. No specific modding really. I've just modded, you know, JMK and CAT are basically just the same as they've always been, as well as GK. P1 is probably the hardest of the phases here, and all you've got to do is just watch out for his annihilate. Watch out for his annihilate. Don't feed him turn meter, but I'll show you how to run through this anyway. So what gets first turn? I always put the weapon tech on CAT. And then I will use Kenobi's third ability on CAT. This whole thing is built on CAT and JMK just trading mastery, trading as much damage as they can to ramp each other up. So then I use her second ability on JMK, and we take out this first guy. JMK's second ability on CAT. And now I'll use 3PO's third ability on CAT. And now what will get a turn? I'll use the shield tech on GK. And then because he's got such full turn meter, I don't mind just blowing out one of these third ones. And then from that's basically all you need to know. It's rinse and repeat from there, honestly. You always got to save CAT's third ability. You always use the second on CAT, second JMK ability on CAT. And literally just rinse and repeat. First ability, use the first ability. Doesn't matter how you put that on. Now that you can see that Nihilius has very low turn meter, and then GK doesn't have his mass assist. You don't want to be using a mass assist anyway, and you don't want attacks out of turn, so you don't use the second ability. So you just use the first. Now we've got JMK. We want to use his third ability on CAT. Refresh her cooldowns. Use her second ability on JMK. JMK now has ult, so we'll use the ult instead. Use the first ability. So again, all these attacks out of turn, ramping up their damage. Just first ability, we haven't got the second. Doesn't matter on what. What is basically fodder now, it doesn't matter when he dies. Great. Second ability, again on CAT. CAT's second ability on JMK. It's literally, this is just rinse and repeat right now. I'm almost tempted to stop the audio on it. Commander, 30 years is nothing. Get your DSR score to 30, then we talk. Holy shit. Man. Now, I'm going to use this second ability on C3P0, but I'm not going to use it on Nihilius because I don't want to feed him turn meter, but I still want to just get the attacks out of turn here to ramp up the damage. My DSR scored a 30. Holy shit, man. Well, I'm close, right? I actually did hit 7.2 from the last stream. I didn't get the share because the DSR bot was being a monkey, but I did actually hit 7.2 last stream. So we ended up increasing by like 0.8. How cool is that? We did really well. Now I used basic there for C3PO because Nihilius' turn meter wasn't close to being full, and I don't want to feed him any unnecessary turn meter. Again, just swapping between JMK and CAT. You can see that his annihilate is getting close up here, so we've only got one turn on that. So what I'm looking for now is I'm about to be prepared to, right here is where I'm probably going to activate GK's shield. Now, instead of doing the 3 here, I want to boost up his turn meter because I can see that GK is getting very close to taking his. So I'm going to do the attack, and I'm going to call an assist here, just to give him an extra turn meter. And here again, I'm going to use 3PO. He looks like he's going to take a turn, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to get a couple more attacks out of turn so I can really make sure he goes first. That's what I want. There we go. Because I want him to hit GK before the shield runs out. And then we just go back to normal. We're just firing away on these two. Now we've got a heal available, which is good. So GK is not going to be left in the dark. 30 years is nothing. Oh, man. Feels like a lot. Feels like a lot, man. And again, this is just rinse and repeat for this section now. That was the hardest thing there, which is just watching for his annihilate and planning carefully to make sure that you get shield on the right person. So you can either do that if GK doesn't have the shield tech. I would recommend using it on WAT or 3PO if they have it. It's more than likely one of those three will get it. So you could use it safely on any of those. I would probably steer clear of using it on JMK or CAT, because you don't want them to lose their buffs, and what will happen is when Nihilius attacks, he'll take away their buffs, and you don't want to lose that translation and all these good little bits and pieces that I got going on here. So I'm risking the mass assist there as well, just because he was close to finishing his turn. I'm not using the ult at the moment because I thought that maybe it might be best. You got to kind of play it by ear, and I think that I'm going to save it for next round. I kind of like to finish this round up by having most of the abilities off cooldown, so that when I go into part 2, I can basically just get in and kick some ass. And also, you're probably wondering, well, when's the right turn to attack and use the ult here? The ult here for CAT. So for me, I've got it down. I can do it basically around 85% to 80% and comfortably get a good kill in. So I'm probably going to use it now on this next turn. However, I would recommend anyone who's trying this out and they're just starting, if you look up here, you can actually see this fearsome foe number 3, and that tells you when he's going to get enraged, and that's basically when he starts insta-killing people, right? So I would recommend when this gets to 1, not when it gets to 0, when it gets to the number 1 or 2, that's when you launch it. So I'm going to launch it now, and you can see that I smashed through it, but that'll just give you the most opportunity to keep rinsing and repeating to be able to build up Cat's damage. Build up Cat's damage so when she launches into her ult, you can smash straight into him and clear him first turn and not worry about missing or not missing, what's the right word? Not doing enough damage, I guess is what I was trying to say. And that kind of goes for all the bosses actually. 80 to 85% is good for me, and as you do this more often, you will slowly understand where your limit is and what your cat can achieve. But generally that one turn before enraged, you can safely do it then. And I've done it with a lower offense, lower relic cat. So now again, we're just rinsing and repeating. We're not really changing anything from what we did from part 1. I'm still swapping in between CAT and JMK. Still just trying to build up stacks of translation on these guys so they can do all their specials all the time. And as you can see, CAT's now at 2 stacks of translation, which is great. JMK has just hit 3. This one in particular, I'm pretty sure I got a screenshot. I launched CAT's annihilate, and I hit like over 1 billion damage on this one alone. It was insane. She is a monster. So again, you can see every time we're hitting this guy, we are getting, we're giving him turn meter. So I'm very careful about mass assists. Oh shit. Open the bloody chat. Oh nice, welcome. So I'm very careful, but I'm okay doing it here because he's almost got full turn meter. Scotty, happy birthday, mate. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming down. I really appreciate seeing you. And thank you. Turning the big 3-0 today, buddy. A big milestone. Three decades of life right now. My goodness. I got up this morning. My back cracked. My knees started to get a little sticky. Jeez. As soon as you hit that 30 mark, man, it kicks in instantly, doesn't it? Yeah, I do like to clear these guys as well. It's just that he had the taunt up, so I couldn't really get to him. So again, this guy's getting down into the 80s. I think I'm pretty much ready to hit him I got a bad feeling that it won't clear him. Yeah, it's only went to 20%, but that's all right. See, I've still got I didn't worry about that too much because I've still got 8 turns before he gets enraged. So literally, like Cat's next turn, I'll probably try and hit him again and it'll push through. Scotty, Star Wars takes us back to when we could move. Oh, okay. I excuse my ignorance here, but did either of you actually see the original Star Wars in theaters? I think you would have been quite young there. I'm not too sure if you would have been part of that. Because what was that, 70s? If Scotty's pushing 50, that would have been like, you would have been quite young, I reckon. Did you see it? Yeah, let me know. Did you see it in theaters? Yes, all 3 of them. Really? Wow, that's cool, man. I've seen pictures of people waiting in lines and stuff. Looks pretty interesting. Looked like it was a good time that, you know, Star Wars kind of hit at the right time back then. Ooh, now this one's interesting. So with Traya, what I do is I try and save the mass assists for when they have foresight, because I want to clear these as quickly as possible without getting stacks of bonds of weakness up. And I'll save JMK's 3rd ability for when she goes down as well. Again, just trying to do this as efficiently as possible. It's a bit tough because GK is really not going to do anything here. But this should be a win. Scotty, I seen the first one in the second release. Oh, okay. That's cool, man. I can't imagine what it would have been like. Card. No marbles today, man. I got nothing to do marbles for. What do you want to do marbles for? What? What do you mean? Did you think it was at 15? Did you think it was at 15? We did one at 10, and then the next one was 25, the next one's 50, 75, 100. Entrance to Valhalla. Is this a Thor 4 reference? Is this a Thor 4 reference? That's why we do marbles. Entrance to Valhalla. Empire was at drive-in, sorry. Oh, it's still Empire. That would have been cool in the drive-in. Minky, I'm lost. Help a brother out here, man. I only woke up like half an hour ago, so. Entrance. I know Valhalla's when Vikings die in battle. Don't worry about it. I'm an idiot. That's okay. I thought you were making a Thor 4 reference. There was a lot of references to Valhalla. I watched Thor 4 last night on opening. A lot of references to Valhalla in there, so I was like, hold on, what did I miss? What haven't I done here? No marble race until we hit 25, so we're getting close. But thanks for coming down, Miggy. It's good to see you. How are you? Have you done your Grand Arena yet? And same with you, Commander and Scotty. Have you done a Grand Arena? How'd it go? We are going to do mine on stream shortly after, but I want to do the LV, the Lord Vader unlock first, I reckon. I just got to smash through this. Again, this is rinse and repeat. So you can see here, I target the sabers first, so Traya goes down, which should be pretty common practice for most people who are doing the Sith Raid. After this, again, I'm focusing fire on, you know, calling assists when I'm going up against people or the sabers who have foresight. And then as soon as she goes down, I start calling everybody. Oh, well, that sucks. Well, I'll call the assist there. And I'll take it down to 80% and see how we go, and then try to hit it. So again, pretty rinse and repeat. Scotty, by the way, you're only 21 for the 9th time. Oh, thank you. Yes, I know. Do you know, I was talking to a lady at my work yesterday, and she's like, how old are you turning tomorrow? And I'm like, guess. And like, people hate playing that game because if you say too old, then, you know, you're going to offend someone. I got a pretty good judge of how old someone is, so I always go 5 years younger just to try and compliment them a little bit. And I think she did the same thing to me. I got a little bit of a twinge there, 'cause she's like, well, you seem really really wise for your age and really mature. So I think you're like on the inside, you act like you're much older, like 35, and on the outside, you actually look like you may be 25. So I think she was playing the game there, buddy. Commander, got a few attacks in GAC, not done yet. Tough defense. Ooh. I'm coming up against a lot of tough defense. See this? Sorry. Just before I go ahead. See, I can see this guy's got foresight, so I'm going to call CAT to assist so I don't waste too many turns there. Yeah, dude, I lost all 3 of my last rounds. I was so upset. I lost all 3 of them, and I fought really well in a lot of them. So it kind of sucks. But again, that's what happens when you are someone like me at 4.2 mil going up in Kyber 3 against people who are 8 mil. So, Scotty, I hit the hard team on both fronts on my main, but not done anything in the ult yet. Hey, that's good. I like to go for the hard teams too, because it kind of gives you an indication of how you're going to go for the rest of the Grand Arena. Miggy, I messed up and didn't join last GAC, so I'm breezing through GAC right now. Nice. So what, did that push you down a couple of leagues or something? Is it leagues? Divisions. Divisions, right? That's cool, man. I can't believe I lost all of them last round. I was, yeah. Pretty pissed off with that. Yep. Oh, nice. That's cool. What are you in now? I think it pushed me down to Kyber 4. I think I'm in Kyber 4, but I mean, for like the last two seasons, I've been like teetering on Kyber 3, Kyber 4 anyway. So we have high ground, but he did not assist. Awesome. Miggy, it was a brutal job, I'm not saying. Well, tell me what you were before at least. What were you before the drop? Hopefully you were pretty high. But hey, at least you're going to get some good wins. You get good crystal wins from this. That'd be pretty good. Can't complain there, right? Instead of getting, you know, just your 100 or your 200 for losing or potential losses, then, you know, you'll make sure you get your 500 to 600 each time now, which is going to be wicked. Oh, so I could probably hit this guy now. I'm on fucking autopilot right now. It's too early in the morning for me to stream. Gone down to 73%, so I guess this is what I was talking about earlier, is that I usually hit him around 80%. Yeah, smashed it. Smashed it, mate. So, as we move into the last phase here, it isn't too difficult. I recommend doing all of your attacks on Sion, and then as soon as you get him down to 5%, or you can see that Nihilius is getting trigger happy, then you release CAT's ult on Nihilius. If you've got Wat at this point, it's really good, because I like to use Wat because he's got the same ability for that 3PO does. So I'll basically clear the bonds of weakness around that 20 mark, and yeah, Wat has this, which is really helped, the Soothe All. But until then, I'll basically just run it as per normal with all the attacks going to Sion, but every time you attack him, he's going to get a shit ton of turn meter, and you're just going to be feeding him his annihilate. So literally just we play it as we did for the first 3 phases, just rinse and repeating. When you see this bonds of weakness hit that 18, 19, 20, that's when you use the Soothe All. Until then, basically you're just playing the exact same game. So you can see we're at 15, so I'm going to use it now just because we are getting a little bit close. I always knock out the little Sith Marauders here as well. Just I don't want any extra turn meter at all. Something I do. Something I do is I will actually take a turn to remove Isolated from Kenobi. So I'll probably do it on CAT's turn here. So I want to get the ult out so we can share mastery. He can't get it off himself, so I'll use CAT to get that off, and that just means that we will be able to keep that taunt up. So with the Isolated, he struggles to keep the taunt up, and especially as he doesn't get the extra protection, his normal protection will go down. So in this, now it means that we're protected from Nihilius taking the buffs away from JMK and CAT. So just, it takes an extra turn there just to get that off, but I think it's well worth it. And you can see the bonds of weakness is going up. We're at 17, so we're getting closer to 20. So I'd say as soon as we come around to C3PO, he'll have his ready, and that's probably when we'll use it. So it's okay if it breaches 20. It's just that you kind of want to get it off, otherwise you're losing more protection than you need to. And again, just continue this mastery sharing between them, between JMK and CAT, like we've been doing for the entire Sith raid. Like, there's really nothing new that we do here apart from the extra, just the small little pieces about the bonds of weakness and removing isolated from GK. So again, there we go. So I'm looking here, and he's at an 8 for his annihilate, which is ages away. So we're absolutely going to clear Sion before then. I'm sure there's another way to do this as well, maybe even an easier way, but this is just the way that I found that I came up with. And I'll post this up in a video on YouTube later this week. Do or do not.
There is no try.
I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you for joining for my birthday stream as well. I appreciate it. It's nice to have a bit of company. So we're coming up to Wat's turn, and you can see Bonds of Weakness has just gone over 23. I thought he would have had his Soothe All available, but apparently not. So maybe C3PO, because he does have 3 stacks of translation, so it does drive down those the cooldowns, which is good. Let's see how we go. And thankfully, Phantom Empire has very recently, I'm talking like in the last couple of weeks, we actually got rid of the necessity. So we used to have a rule, oh damn, it's not there yet. We used to have a rule that we wanted to keep, we would hold on to this for 40 minutes before posting a score, and we recently got rid of that. So thank the good Lord. Otherwise we'd be sitting here, because this usually takes me about 20 minutes doing the Sith raid. Yeah, it's been 25, but I've been talking all the way through it, so. Scotty, what are you doing for your B-Day? That's a very good question. Well, I'm here with you guys streaming. This is something that I actually really wanted to do. Rest of the day, I'm probably just going to catch up on Netflix, man. See how old I've gotten already. I've got a small celebration with my family, probably later tonight when they all finish work. Hopefully get to see my girlfriend today. That'd be pretty good. She works in a bakery, and she owns her own bakery. It's an at-home bakery, and she works like 16 hours a day. So I'd love to catch up with her too. Apart from that, nothing much today. Went and saw a movie with a mate last night, which was pretty cool. And I got a birthday lunch celebration on Sunday. We're going out to a German pub, which will be wicked because they do very nice schnitties. My hair is not combed. I brushed it. Does it look combed? Does it look combed? Nah, I brushed it, man. And thank you for joining, Turtle. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for dropping by on my birthday, buddy. Scotty, poor woman. Poor woman? Why poor woman? She gets to work for herself. 16-hour day. This is a long-ass day, but, she gets to do what she loves, and she gets to work by herself, for herself. No answering to the man. Looks less crazy than usual. Yeah, I usually brush it, and then I've got like an hour before I stream. So you're seeing me like kind of roll out of bed, brush my hair, and jump on. So yeah, I've been able to smash out Sion before Nihilius is even close to getting an annihilate, so easy peasy. Looks less crazy than usual. Yeah, I should pop it up, but nah, I just brushed it. No combing. Combing long hair, I feel like that would hurt. So gonna use her annihilate now to get rid of old mate Nihilius there, and then it's literally just Traya on the end here. So I'm gonna get rid of the little minions on the side, the assassins and the marauders. So he has now got isolated back on him, so I'm just gonna take that off for the hell of it. Scotty, long day. I'm a truck driver, so I know how 16 hours can be. Yeah, dude. Truck drivers, they are the backbone of the country though, so important work. Turtle, 71 out of 69. Shit, that's good. Bro, where did Nihilius just go? He got fucking melted, mate. He disappeared. Cat's ult will one-shot. Cat's ult one-shots, buddy. So yes, that's the Sith Raid. So it's pretty easy. There's a lot of rinse and repeat with this. It's not that difficult. It's just knowing the rhythm. So yeah, not too bad a score, I guess. If I had held it for longer, then yeah, we probably would have got a negative score, but I can't be bothered doing negative right now. I've done my time doing the negative scores. So yes, that was the Sith Raid. Very, very, very cool. Very poggers.